Hey everybody, welcome back. James from All Hail Internal Combustion. Today I'm dealing with a little issue that a lot of people that have the older GM Chevy style rally rims have, and that is with a poor fitting derby cap. So I just popped that cap on there, and she's pretty much loosey-goosey. And a lot of people automatically think, oh well, it's the cap. And yeah, this one is a little bit bent up, but it's not in horrible shape. I got one over there that somebody took a pair of channel locks to trying to get this problem fixed, and it didn't work. But when I put all my derbies on this particular rim, I had the same problem. Now what's going on with these Chevy rally rims is you've got one tab up here on the top, which is pretty well pronounced from the center of the rim, so you can really drag your finger over that one. Then you got these two little bumpies that are down here opposite it. So you got one at the top, two at the bottom. A lot of times what happens is the stampings weren't perfect from the factory, so you do get a little deviation. This one is a lot more pronounced than this one is. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take the welder, and I'm just going to lay a little bead on top of here and tighten this thing up a little bit. So I got to get the welder set up and get a good solid ground, and I'm just going to go ahead and lay a couple spots on here and see how it turns out. So let's go from there. Now what I did was I laid a single bead down here and a single bead over here. So we're going to go ahead and grab our hat again and see what we got this time. Well, it definitely tightened it up. But I would feel more comfortable if I probably put one more bead in there, because these things coming off on the highway, nobody has a good time. So I'm going to go ahead and lay one more in there, and then grab myself a file and clean my welds up and level them out, and that should take care of this problem. And James Jr. and his fiance got me a pretty cool Christmas present. This is a Hobart Inventor welder helmet, auto darkening, all that happy crap, and it's got a really clear view for it, as opposed to my older welder. Sorry about the light, but this thing gives you a really nice wide angle, clear, crisp view of what you're doing. So it definitely helps, because I'm getting old and blind. But I've got two more welds put in there. So lined up a little better there. And this time I know it's going to be a bit of a bear getting it on and off. Yeah, that ain't going nowhere. So that pretty much takes care of that problem. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take a file and clean my welds up and smooth them down a little bit. Eventually these are going to get wire brushed down and painted, but it's winter time right now, and I haven't really decided what color I'm going to go. I know I'm doing black and blue with the truck, but I don't know what blue I'm doing yet. So probably come full spring, when it starts to get warm out, I'll take all four of these rims and sand them down and get a coat of primer on them and actually figure out what color blue I'm going to put on the body. But until then, we'll see. But let me file these down. I'll show you what it all looks like. Alright, so I went ahead in there and actually took the die grinder to it, because it was kind of hard to get a file in there to get decent strokes on it to clean it up. But it is cleaned up, and the derby cap fits nice and tight again. So I'm going to go ahead and put a couple little spritzes of primer on where I just did the work at, so it doesn't get any worse until spring gets here. And put the trim ring back on it and the derby cap, and this thing is ready to roll again. So It's been James from All Hail Internal Combustion. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Catch y'all at the next one.